Hello and welcome to today's Bible Tales. Today we're going to the very beginning of human history, the story of Adam and Eve, the first humans created by God. We'll explore the beauty of the Garden of Eden, the freedom God gave them, and the choices that changed everything. Let's get going. God creates the first humans. After creating the heavens, the earth, and everything in it, God decided it was time for something very special. Humans. He formed the first man, Adam, from the dust of the ground and breathed life into him. Adam could see, hear, and think. A perfect creation with a mind, heart, and soul. But God knew Adam should not be alone, so he created Eve from one of Adam's ribs, a companion and partner. Together, they would live in the Garden of Eden, a paradise full of life, beauty, and abundance. God gave Adam and Eve a home like no other. There were rivers, fruit trees, flowers of every color, and animals roaming freely. Everything they could ever need was provided. And they had something even more precious: a personal relationship with God. The Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden was more than just beautiful. It was a place of joy, peace, and harmony. Adam and Eve were free to enjoy the garden, tend to it, and name the animals. God gave them one rule: you may eat from any tree in the garden except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat from it, you will surely die. Genesis 2:16-17. This rule wasn't meant to punish them. It was meant to teach obedience, trust, and the importance of God's guidance. The temptation, but paradise was not without challenge. One day, a cunning serpent approached Eve. The serpent spoke, saying, "Did God really say you can't eat from any tree?" Eve answered, "We may eat from any tree except the one in the middle of the garden. If we touch it or eat it, we will die." The serpent was clever. He said, "You will not surely die. God knows that when you eat it, you will be like him, knowing good and evil." Eve looked at the fruit. It was beautiful, tempting, and shiny. She thought, if this can make me wise, maybe it's not so wrong. She took a bite, and then gave some to Adam, who also ate. And just like that, the first sin entered the world. Adam and Eve disobeyed God, choosing their own understanding over his guidance. This is what we call the fall of man. The consequences. Immediately, Adam and Eve realized something had changed. They felt shame for the first time and tried to hide from God. God called out, "Adam, where are you?" Adam answered, "I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God knew what had happened, and he explained the consequences of their choice. For the serpent, cursed to crawl on its belly and be in conflict with humans. For Eve, increased pain in childbirth and a desire connected with her husband. For Adam, the ground would be cursed, and work would be difficult and tiring. Finally, Adam and Eve were banished from the Garden of Eden, and God placed cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the way back. Lessons from Adam and Eve. The story of Adam and Eve teaches us several important lessons. God gives us freedom and choices. Just like Adam and Eve, we are free to make decisions, but every choice has consequences. Obedience brings life. Trusting God's guidance protects us and leads to blessings. Sin has consequences, but God is merciful. Even though Adam and Eve disobeyed, God continued to love and guide humanity. God desires a relationship with us. The story reminds us that God values trust and connection more than mere rules. Even though the fall brought hardship, it also sets the stage for God's plan of redemption. A story that continues through the Bible and into Jesus' teachings. Thanks for watching today's Bible Tales. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss our next Bible adventure. See you next time when we explore another amazing story from God's